Hi guys, it's Andy Morgan from Total Therapy Birmingham once more, and the two of us are here to bring you the next video in the series. I wanted to carry on from the previous one talking about the chakra that we're born with, the base chakra, sacral chakra and solar plexus chakra. And carry on, we discussed at birth, we discussed the ones we're born with and how they're damaged at birth. But I wanted to fill out for those people who are unfamiliar with chakra or the concept of chakra, or just give another perspective that I've picked up along the way. And some of this came from Spirit Science DVD videos, and other ones just came from my perspective, my interpretation of what I read along the way. Picked up some lovely books on them along the way, on healing them and on understanding them, colour therapy, sound therapy, and general chakra therapy, working on the energies of the system. All of them kind of get compiled and smushed, and what comes out is my take on the whole thing. So, we have within our bodies, and it's generally agreed, we have 7 chakra within our body. Base chakra, roughly between the base of the spine or the perineum if you're going to Chinese medicine. There's various pressure points and trigger points. Our sacral chakra is just below the belly button. Our solar plexus chakra is just above the belly button. Heart chakra in the center of the chest. Throat chakra, really shouldn't press on that while I'm talking. Third eye between the eyebrows, and the crown. There are some schools that would say that there is an 1/8 or a 1 between the third eye and the crown, just in the middle here. And if you go into another school, they would say that there are over 250 chakra in the body, which in my mind would link to the Chinese medicine, Chinese acupoints and the pressure points of the meridians. But for the purposes of most of the work that I do, I tend to deal with the main 7 within the body. Now, I'm not going to go into the details. Chakra just relates to energy centers or energy wheels. They also have the correspondence with the glands within the body, the pineal gland, the thyroid gland, the adrenal glands, and so on and so forth as you go up and down the body. And all of those I'm not going to go into. There are many other videos that are far better, far more knowledgeable than me on those, so I'm not going to go into it. What I wanted to go into is actually the concept and the process with how you have an idea. Now, I don't know whether this is anything that you've come across before, but this is something that came to me and sort of fulfilled in my brain. Now, each of the chakra relate to, let's say, a part of the brain and a processing center, and they're almost like filters and gates. So I'll go through it and we'll see where this goes. Now, your crown chakra is related to your intuition, your connection with the universe, if you like, but your intuition, your connection above. So you could think of this as where ideas come from, and as an idea, as a concept, comes down and comes into your mind, you see it, you visualize it. So then it passes down through the third eye. Now, seeing, it's about true sight and seeing the truth, and you kind of check it over. Does it look right? Does it feel right? And if it does, it kind of passes that gate, and it comes on down. Now, you go into the throat, which relates to truth and self-expression, most importantly in this case. And you take the idea and you go, well, I like that, but how would I do it? What's my way of doing it? What's my truth behind this idea, behind this design? And this is where things start to, we were talking before, there's no original idea. So the original sort of idea comes in here. And this may be coming down and being picked up by hundreds of people all around the world. But the same 2 ideas very rarely come out, because around about the throat, with the self-expression, and then into the heart, things change related to the energy of the person. and they get altered to that person's, what that person loves, what that person says and believes is true. And it goes to the hearth, and it sits on the hearth, and you sit there and go, I love this idea, it's a fantastic idea, let's do this, let's do this. And it goes down to your solar plexus chakra, your willpower, and you go, yes, we can do this, we can do this, it's a great idea, we're gonna get this one going. Goes into your sacral, your insecurities, you check again, are we alright with this, are we safe, is this going to work, is this anything going to backfire, do we believe it's going to go wrong, or are we worried that anything's going to go wrong? And then it comes into the fear center, comes into the base chakra, and when there's no fear, if we believe this will work and we're good to go, the base chakra, just as the crown chakra relates to the ethereal, the information, the ether, the base chakra relates to the solid, relates to the ground, relates to earth, to the physical. So it's through the base chakra that the energy passes, and then things start to manifest. Now, there's a lot in there that people might struggle to grasp, but I'll challenge you with some other words. What if you had an idea in your head, but you're not used to speaking your truth, and you get an idea in your head and you go, oh well, that's not really me, I don't know what I would do with that, I don't think I could do anything with that, that's not really, oh no. And it comes into the heart and you go, oh no. But maybe you have a bit of self-expression, but you don't have much self-love, and you go, well, it's a great idea, but people aren't going to like it. Actually, that's because it probably comes down to the insecurity side. But you get the idea. If you have weaknesses along the way, if you don't really grasp it with your heart, it'll stop there. If you grasp it with your heart, but you struggle with willpower, are you a kind of person that starts doing things, and you talk a good talk, but nothing ever, and you put your heart into it, but nothing ever comes out? It could be you've got willpower issues. Your sacral chakra is weak. We'll go into colours on another day. Do you find you start wearing a lot of yellow? Maybe it goes into your sacral chakra, so get your willpower going, you're ready to go, let's go, we can do this. But your insecurities kick in and going, oh, I don't know, it costs a lot of money, and we kind of need that money, and we need the time to do our job, and can we do it by ourselves? We're going to need other people with this, and I'm not really sure who could help me with this. Your insecurities kick in, and all the things that you're afraid of, about abandonment, feeling alone, feeling on your own, you don't think you can do it by yourself. But let's just say it goes past that gate as well, and you go, yeah, I can do this, I can do it. And this is one that's very pertinent for me, is if you have a fear, particularly a fear of failure, fear of doing it wrong, you can have the greatest ideas in the world, and trust me, nothing ever comes out. Because you're afraid to commit to it, you're afraid to do it, you're afraid to take the leap of faith, because you're afraid of failure. And we talked about the fear of death, the fear of failure, the fear of abandonment, the fear of judgment, the fear of disappointing people. Sacral chakra and base chakra, as we've talked about, go hand in hand very, very closely. So I ask you, are you an ideas person? If you're not an ideas person, you may find that you don't want anything to change. Ideas come in and you just dismiss them. You've got to block in one or two places. You're blocking your crown, that you're blocking ideas, you're refusing, you're sticking in the world that you live in, or in your base chakra, fear of change. Now, the concept is there's the as above, so below, that you're either blocking the information coming in, or you're blocking the information going into process. You don't start having ideas, go, oh, it's new, it's weird, it's wrong, don't like it, I'm going to stick to where I'm safe and stick to where I'm comfortable. So look at your blockages. When you have ideas, do you have ideas in the first place? Do you trust your intuition? And do you put your self-expression in it? Do you put your own spin on it? Do you make it your own? Do you take it into your heart? You go, yeah, that's fantastic, that's beautiful. Or do you shun it from that point? Is your heart blocked? Do you have the willpower to see it through or take the next step? Do you have the security? Do you have the strength in yourself and the faith in yourself that it's going to work? And are you able to conquer the fear of failure? Conquer the fear that your idea will be seen as worthless. People don't want to hear the words that you speak. People will just not like your idea, not like you. That fear of abandonment, fear of being alone. If you put time and money into it, you also want, and you are hoping to get some money out of it. What if people don't buy it? People don't want to buy it. Then you put all that time and money and you haven't got any, or time and effort, and you haven't got anything to show for it. What will your family think? What will your partner think? What do you think about yourself? But I'll give you a little ending. This is a relatively short one, definitely for me. If you love it, if you make it, if you put your heart into it, and you make it your own, and you express it in a way that's true to you, and you pass all the fears, and you bring it out, someone will love it. We are all different strands and different strains, but we're all very, very similar. If you love it, and it's something that you love, there will be someone else that you love, that loves it. And they will be someone who is probably important to you, or they get you. They like you, they like your ideas, and they are your clan, they are your tribe, they are your, maybe your soulmate, or you want to go into the deeper metaphysicals. They're just the people who, if you met them, you'd want to hang around with them, because they get you. But there are that kind of people for everybody. So you're never alone. Because if you think you're weird, you're probably the sane one in some group somewhere. Or, if you think you're weird, there are people equally as strange as you who want to be your friend. Even if they're just a cat. But he's special. So, very, very quick, very, very little eclectic, very rushed through on the chakra. But think of how you have ideas. What stops them? What blocks them? Where do they get stuck? And what can you do about it? Read up on it. Read up on the blocks. Read up on what's stopping you, what's holding you back. Because the only thing that's holding you back is something in you. No other person around you is really able to tell you what to do. If you wanted to get it done and you were meant to get it done, you'd do it. And people will probably tell me a lie for that, and people will have a go at me for that. I've been there. The biggest block in your life is you. And as soon as you understand that, and as soon as you get past that, and as soon as you overcome that and heal that, then wonderful things will happen. Okay. Have a lovely day. I say evening. It's evening here, but have a wonderful time in whatever you are doing, and good luck with your endeavours. I've been Andy Morgan from Total Therapy Birmingham. Hit like, hit subscribe, and I will see you again very soon.